Well, the Garden of Stars is intended to enhance the education of all students, pre-K through 5, in the areas of science, math, language arts, social studies, and fine arts. The garden will consist of 8 raised beds, which are located right here. You're standing on the outline of the 8 raised beds, and they will be bordered with a walkway. A composting area will be established to fertilize the plants, and that is located to my right. The composting is against the brick wall over to my right, and our boys and girls have already started with that process. Thank you to all of the students that proposed this idea, including Joey, and thank you to the Garden Grant Committee. This summer, our Garden Committee got together and they wrote a grant during the summer, spent a lot of time. Those grant committee people, raise your hand, those teachers, those that are here, some are inside, those that are here. And then thank you for just taking that vision that our students had and you went forth with it and you see the results. And tomorrow we will have over 70 volunteers here helping with building the garden. So thank you so much, and thank you to our boys and girls. So let's give everyone a big hand. Now, at this time, we will hear from our
Garden of the Stars PBL by Haley Jackson and Saunders. We did a PBL called Garden of the Stars. We had a lot of questions and answered most of them along the way. A few of our questions were how the garden and canal impact on each other, what is the placement, and what is in the garden and canal ecosystem. Here are the answers to our questions. How do the garden and canal impact on each other? The plants could get water from the canal. If rain falls heavily in the garden area, the garden might flood. But because it is sloped downwards, it will flow to the canal. Also, the plants could get nutrients from dead animals near the canal.
The placement. This garden is placed in the back of the school so it can be sheltered from the wind and get easy access to the school's water. Also, we didn't put it in the front of the school so people or animals don't vandalize it.
Canal and garden ecosystems. Some examples of living organisms in the canal ecosystems are duck, wildflowers, and fish. Some examples of living organisms in the garden ecosystems are clovers, ants, and milkweeds.
My name is Candace. This is Vinay and Pranav. We fifth graders researched what kind of flowers will survive all year.
The flowers we chose will last a long time and will survive the Texas heat. They will also attract bees and animals to the garden. This will help pollinate the garden. These are the flowers.
Loomis clover, first class called periwinkle, lantern, rose, sternium, mums, marigold, peonies, zinnia, lily, daisies, and the bachelor's.
Also, today is another special day because I'm really not the principal today. Sansu, our second grade student, is the principal for today. So come right on up, Sansu.
Good morning. My name is Sansu Anand, and I'm honored to be the principal for the day. At this time, I would like to recognize our guest. Please come forward when I call your name. We are very excited to have our great leader, Dr. Jeff Turner, Superintendent of Coppell ISD. Thank you for all that you do for our teachers and more than 11,000 students in CISD. Mr. Luz Basayas, Director of Facilities in CISD and always a great supporter of VRE. We thank you and your staff for helping us prepare for this day. Mr. Josh Imhoff, President of the Coppell ISD Education Foundation. Thank you for the big check, which was for $6,987.46. Today and tomorrow would not be possible without you and the foundation. Ms. Trisha Houston, VRE PTO President. Thank you for being here. We appreciate all that the PTO does in and around VRE and with supporting the Garden of the Stars. Mr. Jesse Van Leeuwen, VRE Dads Club President. Thank you for being here, and we appreciate all of the dads that will join us tomorrow with building the garden. Miss Nancy Payne with Real School Gardens. Thank you for providing and guiding the Garden Committee along our journey. Your ideas have led us in the right direction. Mr. Tony Guerrero, Lowe's Manager, and Mr. Mike Davis, Lowe's Sales Representative. Thank you for helping with our garden needs and working closely with Mr. Peter. Mr. Peter, please raise your hand. Former VRE student Joey Liu, thank you for asking if we can have a garden. We began talking about the garden last year when you were in 5th grade, and now we will actually start building and planting. Way to go, VRE! You will now hear more about our garden from Miss Arterberry.
At this time, we will have the ribbon cutting.